Should also get restream chat. Just in case someone says something. I'll know they say it.
No. Getting our transfer to the moon.
Oh, there it
That's
is.
adorable. That's adorable.
Isn't it so tiny?
It's so cute.
It had a bunch of other shit on it. I was like, no, I don't need all this shit. Just stick a docking port on the ass end of it and it's good.
Oh, it's got a little cupola on the top of it too. How'd you pull that off? Oh, does it come with one? Came with one.
Yeah, the module itself is.
Is that a science lab?
No, that's a hitchhiker storage container. Holds 4 people. Oh, which reminds me, crew.
It's time to write a book about the galaxy then.
Yeah. Yeah. This might be what it is in reference to, because more often than not, if you don't play with mods, you're definitely going to have some lost-ass Kerbins.
Oh yeah.
Oh, right, I'm sending it into space. Nope, wrong one. Oh, right, no engine. Yet.
F5 is quick save, right?
Yeah.
Get our trek to the moon. Warp there. Whee!
Ah, yeah, it is too close. That's what I thought had happened. There we go. That's better. Perfect.
Begin landing. Landing. sorry.
All good.
No. No, stop. Stop buffering, stream. Stop.
Yeah. Should be just fine. Could give it a test launch real quick. Just see how it works. Now I might have to move over to solid fuel, which I would rather prefer. I prefer not to use if I have to, if I can. Okay. So yeah, the MechJet may provide remote assistance, but it's not. You don't get any SAS with it.
It does its own SAS whenever it takes control.
No, it doesn't. I'm flying a vehicle right now with it. Gives you remote usability with your rocket, but does not give you SAS at all.
Oh well, SAS on a. But does that doesn't have a pilot though, right?
Right.
Okay, yeah, you need a reactor for SAS.
Could have swore that thing said that it gives you SAS. So I expected it to be like a probe at that point. A protobine. Nope, wrong button. Wrong place. Oh yeah, I guess since I'm streaming, I can show you the satellite network I set up.
Yeah. What you doing? It's just gonna land right fucking there, really? Big target. Over here. Target. And somewhere. Shit. It wasn't. There was no way in hell I could have auto-corrected enough to reach that target. Alright, let's see. Oh yeah, you do have a bunch of stuff out there. That's some long-range antennas.
Yeah, they're the second highest tier
Nice.
satellites. Well, the one on the on Space Probe Alpha is.
Very nice.
Yeah, the network works wonderfully, so I can use cheap ass antennas on other things. Keep in contact from further distances.
Is that one near Duna?
The one that was way away.
Yeah.
No, it's technically an Orban Kerbit or Orban Kerbit. Wow, spinnerism. It's in the same path as the Kerbin orbit, but it's it's not anywhere near anything else. It's got its own trajectory and everything. That thing's nuts. So I can show you real quick, I guess. Pop back in here. Turn off everything else.
Probadobadobadan.
Shame too I didn't have like Xenon by that point in time.
Yeah, he'd have been still going.
Well, and at that point I could change its actual orbit too. So I could put it out towards like having the same orbit position as, I don't know, fucking Joel or some shit. But yeah, it's basically in the same orbit, just a little bit higher. Apoapsis.
Wonder what kind of science you got from that guy.
None.
Aw.
It doesn't have shit on it. And if I would have, whatever I would have gotten from it, would have been like 40% worth of it because I would be sending it by transmission. I think there are a few instruments on it. I can check. Let's see. Yeah. It's got a goo module on it. Looks like that's about it.
Goo module.
I don't even think it has a battery, does it? No, there's not even a battery on it. Oh, look, it does have a barometric.
He did in space.
I can move it.
Oh, he still has some fuel left in him?
No, the reaction wheel.
Oh, he's got solar power.
That's it, though. It doesn't get me anywhere. Not that I mean, it's fine where it's at. It's a good spot for inner and outer areas.
What's the barometric pressure say?
I think it's in the vacuum. Is what it tells me. Stop checking me. Stop using me in every space above every planet. In vacuum.
We have landed on the moon.
In a vacuum.
Right. Alright, so there's good news and bad news. The good news is we've landed on the moon. The bad news is we landed on the pole.
Oh.
So it's gonna be dark for a while.
Well, the moon's not geostationary. It's in a fixed orbit, isn't it? Where its face is always towards one side. It doesn't have an actual spin.
Right. It's a very slight spin.
Oh, is it? Okay.
There it goes. It only took about 3 days. Yeah. Oh. Looks so much cooler now that I can see the science equipment.
Yeah. And your solar panels can get energy. When I landed on that dark side, before I got on Discord, I Oh?
I have community resource science logs. So it says something random that other people
Oh,
have
cool,
made funny.
yeah.
So like I checked I did what you just did, and I checked the pressure on the moon. And like you made that joke, mine literally says, they say insanity is doing the same thing multiple times and expecting a different result. Yet, you check the atmospheric pressure again. Anyway.
You do get science for it, and a lot of it when you're on another body of
72.
rock. Oh, that's right. I need to put inline reaction wheel so I can get SAS. Although I think it'd be cheaper just to strap a probe body to it. But would it count as a probe or count as Oh.
But if it doesn't have a capsule, it needs a SAS wheel in order for SAS to work. Because the capsule has reaction wheels built into it.
But it doesn't work if there's no pilot. Where the hell did it go?
Ooh, 150 science for that. Fine dust of the moon has intermixed with some of the samples. You have a sneaky suspicion that they'll never be able to get this lab clean again.
That's similar to what it normally says. So let's see if I can put a little probe boy on it. Oh? Boom. I wonder if that still counts. Let's go to launch site and see.
EVA report. Start to say something dramatic and poignant about the plight of Kerbal kind and the grand universe, only to be cut off by random radio chatter that the situation is normal.
Nice.
Yay. Take a surface sample. The surface appears to be a fine dust with a grayish tone. Seems too flaky to make snowballs with. Alright, time to plant a flag.
90's what's it? Perpendicular to the pole, correct? 90-degree inclination. And zero's orbit, or excuse me, polar orbit.
Yeah, 90 is along the equator.
That's what I thought. Double checking, because it always seems weird when it's in flight. Let's see. No! Damn it. Jeb, why did you have to get in there? Fucking Jeb. Just had to get in the cupula and removed everybody from it. Get out of there. Double check my staging. Yep. Launch.
We have planted the flag.
I has planted flag. I was gonna say, when I landed on the dark side, I had to leave the pilot inside the capsule and get the scientists out to do everything, because I had to turn RCS on so that it wouldn't fall over. Because I was landed on like a giant slope.
Yeah.
So the pilot was in there just mashing the RCS button while the scientist was on the outside shaking the capsule, walking down.
Ah!
Let's see if this thing can even get in orbit.
We did it. Yes.
Oh. There we go. I didn't enable crossfeed.
You have the magnetic couplers on there to make it a bigger space station?
No, not this thing. This thing's a piece of junk. I'm doing it for the company. Put shit on here.
For the glory of our stuff. Yeah.
I think I can get a couple $100,000 for it. It doesn't tell me. It does count towards being a space station, even with the probe body on it.
Boom. Just explode.
Oh, I put it at 90 for the inclination for the sync guidance, and it put it at polar orbit. Oh, I also turned it off. Not that it should matter, I think. Yeah, it's still going. Yeah, I put 90 in it, and put it in the polar. That's fine. I kind of would rather it be polar.
My bad.
No, it's not your fault. Far from it. Look at all the extra fuel too. Oh, it's lovely.
Can't restrain.
Actually, I could probably go to Minmus and back for the orbit if I wanted to put a space station above Minmus.
Oh yeah.
Not this piece of shit though. I'm just glad I got a good launch capsule vehicle for the one I'd rather have on this planet for orbit.
Yeah, for inclination, it looks like, I don't know, because
I'm
mine
not.
says 55 degrees and it's due, going due east.
Yeah, I don't know what the what's that even supposed to mean? I guess for ascent guidance. So I've most of the time if I'm using actual inclinations, it's to put something up in orbit due to contract or going to another planet, which I just use rendezvous. That should have completed it. Someone's watching on Steam, looks like. I don't know. It just went live automatically on Steam for whatever reason. Well, that's that in space, with enough fuel to send it crashing back down to the planet if I wanted.
Perfect.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, someone's watching on Steam.
That looks like a really big mech mod for like a vape.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. Is the radial out?
What? What happened?
Yeah, that'll work. One bad thing, if I wanted to dock this at any point in time, I'd have to get rid of the what's left of the fuel, which I don't want to do. I might want to put this on. Oh, I'd have to make a new one, wouldn't I? If I wanted to do a contract for a space station on Minmus or the moon.
Yeah.
All right. I guess now I'll put what I want in space instead of
They want.
what they want. All right. Take that hitchhiker cabin off and actually put a science module on it. I wonder if I do experiments on other planet or other bodies, if I could send it to the science module to do the more science shit. That'd be pretty cool.
Maybe, I don't know.
Oh, I needed to build a satellite too for tracking near Earth or near Kerbin objects, so NKBs. NKOs. NKBs. Yeah, 10 billion apoapsis and 10 billion periapsis. 0 degree inclination. I guess that's in meters, so 10 million kilometers. And then map 11 class C asteroids threatening Kerbin. So yeah, let's take the coupler off there. Take those off. Those off. To this side. That's this side. Goodbye. Yeah, that's fine. Beautiful.
On our, wow, that's big. We are on our way home.
I don't know why, but I thought this battery was bigger.
I don't know why, but for some reason your stream keeps.
It's probably fucking restream. It doesn't like to connect to Twitch. Sometimes it hangs up trying to connect to YouTube even.
Just streaming on Twitch then. Like, because you know I'm the only one who watches it on YouTube.
Well, then I have to go back into the settings and change my code and all that shit.
Oh.
Because United puts a stream key into OBS in order to tell it to where to stream to. Where's that? Structural? Ah. I think that'll survive. I could probably just put it up there like that. Oh, I know what I wanted. Somewhere to put batteries. Payload. There. Oh yeah, an actual relay or an antenna would be nice. And since this isn't coming back, I'm not worried about putting parachutes on it.
Perfect.
Yeah, that plane never goes wrong. I'm wondering if I should put away a method of detaching the remote guidance unit from the cupula? Or do I just want to stick a pilot in there for the rest of his life? Because you won't be able to remote control. Well, I guess you can always remote control it so long as the Jeb's on it.
As long as, yeah, there's.
You won't be able to do anything. Oh, that's a bad place to put that. What the hell? Why the fuck is my antenna doing that? The game is being buggy.
Oh no.
Fine, I'll just use a different antenna. Pretty sure they'll rip right off in the middle of orbit.
My parachutes have me coming down on a steep ass mountain, so either this is gonna be good landing or I'm gonna tumble all the way down.
Oh, yeah, because as soon as you hit ground, your parachutes immediately detach. I don't want to put the Communitron on there. It's so expensive. Both of them are.
No, here we go.
Well, now it's working, whatever. Fine, I just won't have it go in the direction I wanted it to. Are you tumbling?
It's sliding down the hill. It's not tumbling at all.
Oh,
It's
good.
just like digging a plow. That's so stupid looking.
Oh, RCS, of course. Well, probably don't need RCS.
Now it's tumbling down the hill.
Could just hire a brand new pilot to do this. And, yeah, I think I'm gonna order a full new crew. Actually, I'll send up one scientist who is doo-doo. And fine, I'll send that pilot.
Come on, let me recover the vessel. I swear to God, if it tumbles down the hill and blows up and I have to redo this mission.
I don't think my game's very happy right now.
You don't think what's very happy?
My game, I think it's being kind of buggy. It's taking a long time to load areas. Okay, that part's gone. Oh, the cupula is only a one person crew capacity, but just has extra seating, I guess. Not sure how that works. In that case, I don't need this. Yeah, I can't select everything now. I just want to restart my game. I can't select anything. Maybe it's because I'm in this menu? Yeah. That's what it was. It's me being a dum-dum.
Ah.
Just put an external seat as well.
Just launch you in the seat.
I think it has everything I need. Oh, I need to redo these fuel lines too. Actually, just enable cross feed. There we go. That'll work. Save. Guess I could stick a little bit of RSS on this, RCS on this. Kind of makes sense if you're using a dock, if you're ever going to dock with it.
Yeah.
Of course I can't do that. Oh. Trying to get away with putting a tiny decoupler on something, but it won't let me do it. Surely that'll work. No? Let's see. Did I just enable and then disable it again? There, disable crossfeed. Let's also stick more RCS. Alright. My first space station. Well, second, I guess. But first one was under duress. Actually, I think what I'm gonna do, since the moon is such of I think it's at 0 inclination. I'm just going to set that as target and launch into plane. That kind of makes sense in my mind, at least. God damn, them engines eat fuel. That's off.
What's up?
Oh, the launch. Bad launch. Put a little something on there, it usually fixes it. Wings.
Wings usually fix it.
Usually.
Mm-hmm.
It's the cheapest first fix or try or however you want to say it. It's the first troubleshoot. Yeah, I'm just gonna enable cross feed all the way down. Makes more sense. I didn't like how the top ones were empty and still on the vehicle. I don't like how when I release them they always blow up on the engine, but could just add something to prevent that, but don't really care to do it. If it becomes a problem, I'll do it, but as long as it's not a problem.
Right.
Now let's see if the wings fix that. Yep. Worked out just fine then.
Hooray!
But I'm not so sure about. Yes, I thought. We do a barrel roll. That wasn't a barrel roll, but can we do a barrel roll? Yeah, barrel roll. It might be the monopropellant. I liked where it was. It looks cool like that. probably the mono-repellent throwing the balance of the rocket off. Just to put it where I'm pretty sure it won't work. In the sense that the Rocco Max, the hub connector, I'm almost certain will not function properly. Might be fine though if I... Damn it. There. Damn it, Bobby. Oh. I think I put the decoupler on upside down. There we go. Let's see if that was the problem. Oops. I hope that doesn't matter. I saw the rocket bounce, so I hit the space bar. It didn't matter though. Why is it still going so crazy? Something's not right. Maybe all the explosions knock it off. I guess I can just fix that first. Not that I care to. That's not the right things. Maybe I don't have them yet. Or maybe they were an add-on I was just recalling my mind. Guess I can check real quick. Wouldn't think to be part of something so late in the game. Oh. They're here? Yeah, there they are. Let's go ahead and just get those. Now. Hadn't unlocked them yet. The breakaway propulsion system so that your stages break away from your vehicle instead of just however they do.
Yeah. have any fucking alien.
There. Pretty sure I did it right. See if that was the problem. What?
My wings and tail of my plane blew up. It's literally just a fuselage with a pointing wheels, and it's it just went underneath the ocean.
Oh yeah, I did that one time. Like, did like a high-speed turn at like Mach 2, and everything exploded except like the entire fuselage, like everything else.
So funny.
And so I was able to half-ass still fly it because the main fuselage, I think, is the Mark II, still has aerodynamics. I had the 2 engines in the back, so and I still had fuel. Yeah, it is really, really funny when it happens.
Yeah.
Maybe I should instead do a rendezvous. I don't know. I don't like that angle. I don't like that angle either. Let's do 0. It seems like it'd be easy to intercept. Oh, I got to actually launch. Hopefully that fixes the problem. If it doesn't, then I have to rework other parts of the rocket. It might be just too fucking long.
Maybe.
I am also using the Reliance instead of the gimbaling ones, which shouldn't matter because... There we go. That worked out fine. And now it's out of control. Let's try changing the engines then.
Need control surface, stupid plane. I have tail, but I don't know how to add, roll. There's an elevator in here, but that's just up and down. It doesn't
Right.
Left, right.
That's controlled by your pilot and the controlling surface, the Q and E, but basically by the pilot and whatever vehicle he's in.
Okay.
I made some pretty cool space planes recently, but not space planes, not even space planes. Fuck, I haven't got that far. Oh, not the Reliant. I want the swivel. Let's see if that makes the difference. But I can get to almost Mach 3.
Nice.
I think I got to 2.99 as fast as I could get with what I currently have. I didn't check the fucking TWR for this. See how effective it would be even to use these little engines. Oh, it doesn't like it. It's because there's a big wobble at the front.
Going 400 meters per second. I don't know what Mach that is.
350, I think it's Mach 1. It's the wobble in the front. So the front section is too long. Probably because there's monopropellant. I suppose the RoboMax docking port doesn't help either. Well, I guess the first fix, I could change out the RoboMax docking port for generic ass docking hole. Clampotron Senior. And yes, I did detach that at the wrong spot. Decoupler. Oh wait. Fuck, that means I can never get rid of this fuel tank. It'll always be here. If that's the case, just take this decoupler off. Make it a permanent part of the structure. That's how this launch goes. And that staging was off. Fuck me.
What's up? Blew up again?
Toppling. No, I haven't blown up yet.
Oh.
Just toppling is the problem. Let's try more wings. It definitely changed the aerodynamics a lot. Not much else I want to change about this vehicle. It's super top heavy. I mean, like, super top heavy. Maybe RCS will help a little bit. It's already starting to press wobble in the front. Although not as much as it was previously. Alright, this is going a little bit better. Add more wings. That was the answer. I don't know. We'll see when we get up in the higher parts of the atmosphere. That could very well change. Why did you do that? You did it on purpose, you piece of shit. I sat there and watched the autopilot fucking force the topple. Guess another answer could be to keep RCS off. Let's try it one more time. Could also just not use the autopilot. That could be very well be the problem to begin with. Good way to blow up your base. Alright, fuck that. I'm not using the autopilot anymore. See if I can do it by myself. Fucking autopilot. Yeah, it's the autopilot. Oh. Oh. I guess another problem could very well be that when I do the stages, since some of the stages have wings on them, their dynamics change so much it fucks the entire flight up and it can't compensate quick enough.
Oh, maybe. I like how you have that staging though. And then it just does the tilt-a-whirl thing.
I does flips. We'll see if removing those wings on the staged parts will fix that, or if it'll immediately go end over end. Then I'll have to add more wings somewhere else.
All the fins.
They're cheap and they're really fairly well fixed to get out of the atmosphere. Cheap and very light as well. Too much. That was my fault. Too much, too quick. I toppled it. I topple tower. fins. Or I could just put a bunch more boosters and shit on it so it goes straight up into the... And just change apoapsis on some...
Just put so many boosters that it's literally just point to moon fire.
Basically. I mean, that is another answer to just avoid having to do the gravity turn. That's probably what I'll do next if the more fins don't work.
More rockets.
More rockets.
Yeah.
Or different rockets at least. I won't be doing the fuel feed system. Fuck it. Just go straight up, bitch. Just go straight up. I'm not even gonna fuck with grab turn. I'll fix my apoapsis when I'm higher. God, it's an ugly rocket. All the fins.
See how well this auto land function works with the plane.
Oh, I prefer to allow it to get close because it does waypoints. So it'll fly over. It'll fly over and try to land on it from like the south side, and not from the ocean side. If you're using the one that you land at certain landing strips. I don't mind it as long as I'm not approaching, or if I'm already approaching from the south where the mountains are. Because a lot of times it'll fly you straight into a mountain.
Nice.
Yeah, so you just turn it off, fly over the mountain, and turn it back on, and it'll... I don't know. I've never let it land all the way. I did that. I handled that part myself because I don't trust it. Oh no! I passed the apoapsis too much.
Altitude too low. Pull up.
I did do both North and South Pole already, although I have them turned off, I think, so I can't see them. The North Pole, no. Yeah, the South Pole I did by plane, and North Pole I should happen to just land there with a science package from orbit or suborbit. Did you blow up?
Yeah. Yeah.
Was that you, or was it the autopilot?
It was the autopilot. Kept just turning left and right for no reason.
Yep.
Tanked altitude.
Yeah.
It's alright, I know how to fix this. Orange.
I think I'm already probably inside the atmosphere already. No? Not quite.
That is dumb shit. Perfect.
Let's see if I can recover this motherfucker. There we go. Come on, baby. Come on back to Papa.
Come on, baby. Put 4 inches. See what happens now. I still don't have a way to roll though. I still don't have ailerons.
Can't use Q and E?
When I use Q and E, it literally makes it like flip pancakes now because I don't have roll control surface areas for some reason. I don't have any unlocked. I have the ailerons in the back and the rudder, but I don't have the wing. Full power.
After this, I'll load up my plane.
Okay.
Now I'm kind of curious as to what the problem might be. Because I believe the vehicle is actually what does your roll. And doesn't use, I mean, it uses the control surfaces to a degree, but not much. Could be wrong. I recovered this motherfucker from going suborbital after the main engine was done. There we go. We have orbit. I gotta change periapsis first. Let's put it at 150. Oh no, I gotta change apoapsis first then.
600 meters per second. 700 meters per second. It's a fast little plane.
Do you have supersonic shit? Or hypersonic engines?
No.
Oh.
No, I have. Why is this plane so much plane sound down there?
Yeah, it is very. It's louder than the rockets, significantly.
Yeah. Alright, we'll turn the whole thing. Rocket exploding.
That's what. Yeah, that's what I had to do is turn the rocket sound down a lot, because when you're in flight and it just takes a while and you're waiting for something and you can't go faster, it can be annoying.
No, I don't have hypersonic things. I just have a really small plane with 4 really big engines. Whee! Come on, baby, light me.
There it goes.
Mayday! 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 Alright, and do a flip. Do a barrel roll.
How does that put us? Apoapsis is 200,000, Periapsis is 150. You know what? Let's put them both at 200. I don't know why I didn't do that to begin with. Whee!
Revert. Found out that these little engines have afterburner.
Oh yeah, those are pretty good engines. They're good for semi-high altitude.
Ooh.
Even better when you have this supersonic intakes.
Yeah.
There we go. We are in flight. Or let's just say that we've been in flight. Fuck. We're in position. Now let's start generating some science. Yeah, I would get 2.7 normal science if I recovered the data. The processing in a lab gives me 310. Oh, it's so good. Start research. And orbit should be stable. Now, how much we're generating? 6 science a day. Very good. Let's do a crew report. Process that in lab and an EVA. EVA report. Keep the experiment. Board. Crew report. Process in the lab. Can one of the scientists do an EVA? Yes. Oh, but it changed some things. It didn't really change anything. It's just that once it's a pilot out, the SAS and everything turned off. So once one of the scientists popped out, the whole vehicle started rotating. Oh, that was a pucker moment.
He's like, oh shit. I could have swore I had shit. But oh.
Oh, if you don't have a certain option turned on and when you start the game, I think the mobile processing lab is the only way to level up anybody on the spaceship or space station. Because it has an option that says level up crew.
Okay.
It's already processing one. We'll just keep it. 7.4 science a day.
Not bad. Just
Being
just
generated
go
out of
back.
nothing.
Yeah, just go back to the main control facility and just fast forward for like 2 years.
Yeah.
Unlimited cosmic science.
Oh yeah, is there a way to see... Let's transmit science.
just transmit. Flip a switch. Science.
It can hold up to 500 science in one lab. So I guess I'll just wait till that fills up, then transmit. Which will be a long time. Hope you guys like being in space. You won't have any bone marrow after this is over with.
No bone marrow for you, bitch. Surface structures. Planetary structure.
Okay, let's see about the plan.
Plan boss. Play. I forget which one is it that you unlock action hangar itself.
Action groups have to be unlocked separately for each vehicle hangar, and they're unlocked when it's fully up. Well, regular action
But
groups
it's from the
unlocked.
hang-
Huh?
It's the hangar itself, like the construction assembly building. Is
Well,
that the
both
building?
have their own. Like you can't do
Yeah.
if you get action groups for one, you can't get action groups for the other. In the sense that
Right.
until you upgrade it, it's so if there's 4 tiers, the 3rd tier unlocks basic action groups, and then the 4th tier unlocks full action custom action groups. Like yeah, see my vehicle assembly building is only level 2, so it does basic action groups, and that's when you unlock it. But if I upgrade it, you get custom.
Okay.
So it is 3 levels of upgrade. That's another thing about those engines you're talking about with the afterburner is that they don't have reverse thrust. So when you land, you have to be going very slow already and be able to brake.
Okay. Wet.
Now let's see if I can do any barrel rolls here.
Do a barrel. $20-meter engines. It looks like a pod racer. Shit is fucking funny. It looks like Anakin's big ass pod racing.
Yeah, man, I can do. I don't have anything special. I can do barrel rolls.
I realized that.
I need to turn down the sound, however. I didn't turn down enough. Let's see if I can remember the. There it is. Unless there's something I put on my plane that you didn't put on that I don't realize that's allowed me to do it.
Yeah, there is, but it's my fault for doing it because I just read the name. I read the name of the elevator in the parts list. Oh, you have thrust back, and I didn't know that it can control all three surfaces. I thought it was only up and down. It's my fault.
Well, I mean, I got tail fins. I got a lot of tail fins. I'm all about tail fins. Tail fin master. But I don't have any elevators on to control the left and right. Those are just the control surface basic ass elevators.
Yeah.
They're not elevators.
Ouch.
Winglets.
What are those little bitty bastards in there?
The winglets, tail fins, and a Delta Deluxe. Oh, you're talking about the ramp intakes for supersonic flight. So I'm going almost Mach 3. Just can't get over Mach 3 with this one.
I'm already at 600 meters per second.
Yeah, I love these engines though. They're just
800, 900 meters per second, 1,000 meters per second.
Are you in a rocket ship?
No, I'm in a plane. It's cruising at 996.
Oh, you're in low altitude still. Okay. What's your thrust to weight ratio? Maybe that's the problem. Why I can't get above Mach 3.
Let me find out.
Mine's only 0.7.
I don't know. I don't know how to check that. I have SLT because my TWR is 0.
Oh, now it's 0.6.
Where do you check that at?
I'm using Flight Engineer.
Oh. I have MacJeb.
MacJeb should have it. Let's see. Oh, I don't have MacJeb on this vehicle. I'll have to change that. It's probably because I'm too heavy. I'm barely having barely have enough thrust to get my the vehicle off the ground. I have to, when I'm at about 100 meters per second while I'm still on the runway, I have to toggle the action, the gear, the landing gear, to actually take flight.
No. I'm going so fast I'm overheating.
So if I do a nosedive, I still can't get over Mach 3.
Where does Mach 3 start at?
950 or so, maybe 925. No, not 925. I think it's 950 or 960.
Yeah, I have just a little piddly ass plane with it's got 4 engines. There's no fuel in the fuselage. The fuel is only in the engines to save weight. Swept wings, the Mark 1 cockpit, tail fins, and Cessna landing gears.
Yeah, my shit's probably too heavy. It's designed for long range.
Mine has about, well, without afterburners, it has about 30 minutes worth of flying time. With afterburners, it's got 10.
Yeah, mine's got probably around half an hour with afterburners.
Yeah, I don't have the thrust vectoring rocket engines yet.
That's what the Panthers are. The only ones with afterburners.
I don't do that whenever I do it.
Yeah, they have gimbal.
Well, I'm not saying they don't. I'm saying I don't. Okay, I see it now. It's just barely. It's because of all the fire on the outside of the plane from going so fast.
Yeah, this is actually smaller too than the original build. The original build had a cargo bay that had a bunch of scientific equipment. Because I went to the South Pole with this one. I'm pretty sure though, just this. Oh, it also. Oh, I had to do it for weight as well because I needed more weight in the front. The back's super heavy with all the engines, so I had to try to move the weight ball to the front.
Nice.
And these the ramp intakes are pretty much useless on this plane, since they can barely hit Mach 3. They're actually super useless.
Yeah, right now I'm at 7,000 meters, cruising at 925. Good at 8,000 meters, where there's a lot less air. Maybe, honey. What you doing? I am no idea how far away I'm. Oh, you know how Kerbal looks like it's in Africa. I'm over there near India now. Now it's not too bad. 10,000. I like that ram air intake on the front of it.
Yeah, it's the only good place for it. It's got a 115, 110 units of flow at almost Mach 3. So it's got plenty of air coming in. I think my ass is just too fat to hit Mach 3.
I now have 40 minutes of fly time, and it's rising with afterburners on.
Oh, that's alright. Let's make sure this is. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Two oxidizer out of that. Reduce liquid fuel back here. Wow. There's not even a point to having that fuselage. Let's pull these intakes. Can move the engines up some. Oh shit.
There we go. Now my speed's... No, it's still gaining. I'm about to say, it's dropping. But that's just because I was climbing. No, it's still going up.
I suppose moving the engines helps a lot.
There we go. Surface thrust to weight rate... Thrust to weight ratio is 0.5.
Okay.
0.6. Yeah, 0.65, 0.65.
At what altitude?
15,000.
Okay. Yeah, it's going to be that low when you're that high up. Yeah, I really shouldn't have any problem taking off. Because on inside the hangar, my thrust to weight ratio is 1.45. What's the weight on these divertless supersonic intakes? $1.18.
My landing gears are on fire. And my intakes are red, glowing. Now, these things take forever to cool off, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
Oops. Jet flame out. Oh no.
Were you above 15K?
I was at 15 and I probably dipped up to like 15.2.
Yep.
Alright,
It's
so,
really hard to get air up there.
Alright, how do you restart the fire?
Just get below. Just basically nosedive and it'll automatically restart. Because you still have flight while you're up there, so you have a lot of control still. We didn't start the fire. The world got turned and the world got turned.
Come on, reignite, please.
Also, if you've hotkeyed your mode switch, that'll also automatically reignite it.
I don't have
Action.
yeah, I don't have action. It's over. I can't start them back up, man.
What's your altitude?
3,000.
That's weird. They should have restarted. Try manually doing it by right-clicking.
Hey,
That's weird. Yeah, mine usually automatically restart. As long as I get enough air. I'll try to burn them, flame them out. As soon as I launch this. Almost 2 on the
there it
thrust
goes.
weight ratio.
There it goes. Something closed my air intake.
Oh. Maybe there's a hotkey for it. I was wondering why it doesn't make any sense for them not to automatically start back up once they have the air. Yeah, don't fuck with those air intakes. Fuck me. That's rough. Super rough.
So apparently in called MechJeb, there's a prevent flame out, and when you do that, it just closes your.
Oh, I made that mistake previously as well. Yeah, don't use MechJeb to operate your plane. It's not good at it, despite it having the options for like auto landing and stuff like that. That's probably why I don't have a MechJeb on this vehicle.
Sad thing is, in order for me to get enough science to make better planes, I need to get to like Duna. Because I've already done Minmus in the Mun.
Jeez.
Oh, I should do that. I should do what you do. If I have I don't think I have a science thing like that.
Oh, the science tube.
Yeah, I was just gonna set one out and like fast forward for like 10 years.
It probably works even better if you can successfully get it to like the moon, because not only that would second run of all your instruments still generate, I think, half data. Running it even in the lab would also generate a ton of data. This thing still had problems taking off. Just don't know why.
Well, this plane works at 16,000 feet normal intake. That's good.
Mine about to flame out at 20. With the afterburners about to flame out. Oh, there it goes. Flamed out at just before 20.
Oh yeah, you went from the medium atmosphere to the light atmosphere.
Mm-hmm. Can get no air from here. Yeah, 3 units in the big RAM intakes. 3. got no air, but I'm floating here. Just chilling.
Your wings are huge. Of course you're floating.
Yeah, but I can barely take off, even with all the control surfaces.
You need lifting surfaces. No.
Yeah, all these are 2.0 lift generating wings.
Nice.
Or yeah, 2. Not to mention,
can successfully cruise at 1990. 19,900.
there we go.
Try and flame out at 19.
Yeah, I can barely keep regular jets going at 16.
Yeah, I'm at the 19.9.
Only because your current speed's carrying you, I imagine.
830. Yeah, probably.
I guess this is a good height to try to get to Mach 3. Oh, let's not dip too far now. Vertical speed below 50. There we go.
You okay? What?
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm cruising at 18.5. I mean, it drops down to 18 and back up to like 18.5. It's in that range.
With afterburners?
Yeah, with afterburners, yeah.
I made it to Mach 2.9 pretty easily.
Yeah, right there at 840 is just what? I don't know why it slows down so much. Add more engine. No.
I've done it with 6. Same problem. This originally had 6. I just took them off because they weren't necessary. Hell, 4 of them is probably not even necessary. This craft already has almost on surface thrust to weight ratio of 2. There we go. 3. Woo! Broke my record. Money, 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 money.
So it's that Kerbal thing that gives you the Mach number?
It's, yeah, flight engineer. And now I'm under Mach. For whatever reason, even though my vertical speed's like 200 meters per second. Flap, birdie, flap.
920, 930, 940, 950.
Now let's see if I can use this super speed to break the upper atmosphere. Probably won't. I don't have that kind of tech yet.
Everything's overheating.
Airflow is about to be shut off altogether at 22. 23. 24. 25. Oh, burnout. Oh, man.
Base plane.
Oh, that was good. With momentum, I'm at 31.
This engine's very hot. Nice. Revert back to spaceplane hangar. I'm gonna make the engine huge.
I think I'm gonna have to, oh yeah. I'm gonna have to land this to keep these milestones, though.
No? Those are milestones in that? Oops.
Oh, maybe not.
What's the flight circuit? Is it that green chip? In order to see all your flight stuff?
I don't know what you're asking. Ask again?
What are you using to see your map?
Oh, I'm using Flight Engineer. It's, yeah, the green chip, I guess you could say.
Yeah, so you need to put that chip somewhere.
Right.
Where did you put your...
Or the flight recorder. I don't know, I hid it in the body somewhere so it wouldn't cause drag. I'm not sure where it is, to be honest. Yeah, I don't know where I put it. Probably somewhere near the landing gear. Oh no, I'm coming back down now. So I got to 35. Now I just gotta turn it around and try to land.
Very nice.
I guess it doesn't matter if I land because I didn't get any milestones for that. Last milestone I got was putting a flag on the mun.
I know, right? It's like, what the hell milestone are you trying to get in a plane, bro?
Well, there are milestones for these kind of things, but you get them early. Like broken a speed record of 250 meters per second, distance record, land distance record, land distance record, land distance record. Oh, we're back. I would hope that these continue to escalate. Even the speed one only stopped. It stopped at 250 meters per second. Oh no, 790.
I now have 2.5 meter Panther engine.
Broke a speed record of 2,500 meters per second. But that doesn't count because I was in orbit. I mean, as long as you have fuel, you go. I mean, your speed is almost limitless.
Right. How do I merge these two? I want to get all together.
He's burnt out? Yeah, flame out, of course.
parts. Ah.
So you supersized them?
Yeah. Donald style. They're 2.5 meter turbojets now. They're about as big as a. What's that? Jumbo jet. Jumbo jet's fuselage.
Oh, the Airbus?
Yeah.
Let's see if I can find some non-rocky area to actually land in.
Holy crap, that's fast. Now this is pod racing.
That over there looks kind of flat.
How do I show Mach number?
Well, if you have the HUD, it automatically shows Mach number.
Well, mine shows meters per second. It doesn't show Mach.
I could tell you what they were. Mach 3 is 365-ish. Mach 2 is 300. So I didn't. Oh, excuse me. 965, I think, or 865. Now I don't even know. Fuck, confused. 600-ish. 700 is Mach 2. So.
Found it.
Yeah.
I had to install it.
Oh, okay. Oh, this is not flat at all. This is the opposite of flat.
This is falling with style.
Alright, let's go. Oh, come on. Let's go this way.
If instead of scaling up the exhaust, the intake, 2.5 meter air intakes, what?
Problem with that will be if it can handle the supersonic air.
Oh, it ain't gonna be able. Shit. I'm surprised it's even on the runway.
Found some like wetlands, some lowland wetlands with slight taste of rolling hills that I'm gonna try to land in.
Add JADO buttons.
170 is Mach 0.5. If that makes any sense to you. That way you know ahead of time.
Little bit of sense.
So 340 should be Mach 1. 680 Mach 2 and 140? No, that don't sound right. 1040, I guess. Doesn't quite sound right. I guess when you use those kind of rounded numbers, it really changes when you go into higher numbers. Or makes a difference how off it is. Here's one of the situations where I'm glad I can see my terrain altitude, not my sea level altitude, because there's a difference in 700 meters right now. So if I was trying to land a plane on some hills, I would fuck myself every time if I wanted to land with the the vanilla altimeter.
Yeah, you would.
And since everything blends into this game, trying to land across something that looks all the same and you can't tell relative distance, you literally have to, what is it, landing by instrumental landing.
Added Jado bottles. See if this works.
Mm. You can make VTOLs and shit in this game. They're pretty cool. Not that I've ever done it.
Oopsie.
The question is whether the terrain I'm about to land on has a decline or not. So as we get closer, I might be able to tell. Let's turn the lights on. Looks like it's slightly inclined. Can't really tell.
Why in the f***ing world does it always start off on even the paved runway bouncing?
Oh, that's to do the springs in your gears. Are you still using the tier 1 gears?
Yeah.
Yeah, change the spring hardnesses to like either max or min, I can't remember. Just test it and see what happens. Just the back ones. Yeah, I hated that too. I noticed that was one of the first things that I did was get a spring for the next tier landing gears because they don't have that problem.
Spring strength or dampener strength?
Try both. Trial and error it. Because I don't remember. Oh, that's why I couldn't slow down anymore. I had just a little bit of throttle up. Just the tiniest amount. There we go. Now we're slowing down. Much better. Let's go for a nice soft landing. Boop. Lovely. Couldn't ask for a better landing. It's a shame that doesn't count as pilot experience. Come on. Come on, game.
dare you already have been to space?
It landed on another planet or another body.
It's another thing. The whole plan always seems to start not straight down the runway. It's always like at an angle.
I also, well, since you have fixed rear wings, when you upgrade them, make sure you lock whatever you use as your rear wheels. Lock them to where they can't steer. That makes a difference. You do want your front one to steer so you can correct for whatever reason it is that's throwing you off course. Mine does the same. Let's see, are these even locked? No, they're not. Oh yeah, I wanted to see if I could upgrade my aerodynamic stuff. Or if I haven't already. I need another 160 research. I could send a satellite to another planet. I guess I'll just use a launch vehicle and do one of these objectives that I already have. And I need to make a probe. I need to make a telescope. So let's load up. Oh, sat, right, there we go. Oh, so ridiculous. I don't need that. So I can rebuild this flaring. If I don't need a service bay, also don't need a reaction wheel.
Flame out at 26,000.
Not too bad.
Still rising though.
Yeah, of course.
Yes, my apoapsis is at 32.
Oh, so that's why, right? Oh, okay. Didn't realize that's why I put those baby photovoltaics panels on. Can't talk.
I got a 2.99. Oh, you have ferrum aerospace. What's fairings?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, the vanilla ones.
I didn't know there were any.
Yeah, pretty sure there are. Part of the payload. Oh no, it must be an add-on because it has an icon. I assume that's all add-on stuff if it has an icon next to it. Yeah.
That's a nice color.
I like this color. I wish everything else was.
Military camo.
Yeah, it reminds me of like the cosmonauts or some shit for some reason. So I need to get to 10 million kilometers. I'm just curious if MechJeb's gonna still pull some bullshit. Probably not MechJeb's fault. As I understand, MechJeb is best used on small launch vehicles, not the heavier, larger ones.
Yeah, the really big ones. He'll try and turn to her. All your shit.
I don't have MechJeb on this for some reason. Or maybe it was before I even had the MechJeb. No, I don't have either one actually.
It looks like one of the towers of like an Indian cathedral
Yeah.
or an RPG.
Or an RPG. A really, really. I mean, that's what these all are, aren't they?
Yeah.
There we go. This is probably super excessive with all the stupid ass boosters on it. But I built it and it worked. I just loaded it.
Nice.
This is the one I have orbiting the sun. Or this is the build I made for the one orbiting the sun. This one's actually a lot smaller now that I don't have the bay with all the shit in it. And I'm missing a survey scanner. Which means it should, in theory. What's the inclination that I need to reach? 0 degrees. Maybe if I edit the ascent path. Oh, those are. That was problematic already. Maybe the last time they blew up, I didn't have to worry about it.
Well, I cheated.
Oh?
I'm gonna put rockets on it with the jet engines.
Oh, that is cheating.
Mach 5.
Well, yeah.
I believe I no longer have enough air for this plane's intake. Yay.
What's up?
I said I'm gonna go find something to eat. I'll be right back.
Yeah. Bada bing, bada boom. At this point, I should probably go ahead and deploy the flaring and extend all the solar panels. Okay, so I need to get to 10,548. That doesn't seem right. Oh. So I just need to burn at one of the, well, probably the periapsis. And burn until I hit escape velocity. Let's do it. Yeah, should have plenty of fuel for this. Keyword should. I don't know what my maneuvers are gonna be like as soon as I start the sun orbit. It's probably going to something similar to this one, which is at 13. So it's going to be a little bit closer. Yeah, it's going to be closer to Eve. Alright, so let's get on out there and get into our area of orbit. Bye, bitches. Go ahead and get picked up by the sun here. This is probably actually quite close to where I need to be. 12,808,000 kilometers. And boop. There we go. Not as far as I can zoom out. Oh no, it's not. I'm hovering over something. I can't zoom out any further. Alright, so let's create a node for this apoapsis. Alright, let's create a node for this periapsis. Man. So it's going to take a year. Half a year? Oh, no, it's gonna take a year. So let's just abort node execution. Just make sure we're all good here. SAS this to radial in. Is that right? No, it's always following the sun. I think I'm gonna have to go ahead and transmit this, aren't I? There. Well, it's mapping them now. So it'll start mapping them while I'm doing other things. Plenty of fuel to get into the correct orbit, but I want to. I have something else in orbit that I don't want to have fuck up, and I don't want to wait around a year and have no science on that lab, or it'd be fucking fool. So I'd rather go and calculate how long it take to get to 500. Ugh. Also, I want to see. Main save. I'm having some really bad stuttering issues in the game, so I want to see if there's a way to fix that. KSP, oops. KSP stuttering. Fairly old post. Well, that's not what I wanted to do. Check the settings. Maybe if I put VSync on, maybe that'll fix it. Also, let's go ahead and just restart Kerbal anyways. I don't see any reason not to. Certainly can't hurt. The fuck is this? Yep. Stuttering could be caused by the incompatibility of the mods. Could be. Okay, where was I was gonna check to see the... Oh, what? I have them all turned off, right. So where the hell's my space station? Let's turn flags off. KSS 1, there we go, KSS 2. Still in good orbit? Yep. How we doing in science, boys? Wow. Already a lot stored. So I'm generating 7 per day. With a storage of 500. 7.09. Takes 70 days to fill that storage. That's not long at all, is it? How's our power? Should probably do it. So let's transmit science. $116 science added. Woo! It does generate it fast. I want to say I can reset these experiments if I EVA to do it. Oh, I didn't even bother doing that. Do I have room for that? That's 625. No, I don't have room for that. Let's just, damn. Just reset it. I'll wait. That's already being worked on. That's already being worked on. Let me see if I can't do an EVA. Well, let's fast forward to... Whoa, what? Shit, that changed my orbit, didn't it? 143, 200. So let's change it back. Maneuver planner. We want periapsis at 200 kilometers. Create node. Execute next node. That's kind of annoying. So what happens when you have fuel left over? I could actually just shut the engine off as well, couldn't I? Nope. I'll put the thruster limiter to 0 after we finish this maneuver. And that's about what happened. Except I did it. And done. And I just put that thrust to 0. So it doesn't accidentally happen next time I use this. Oh. We are burning electricity though. I didn't realize I went through so much electricity. Surely by the time I get back around to the sun it doesn't matter. Is that enough electric charge to actually do a full orbit even on being on the dark side? Or am I gonna have to put this out further in space so that I'm on the dark side less often? Doesn't look like it. Doesn't look good at all. And we're out of power. Yeah, I'm going to have to change these this orbit. Now that I know that. Maybe a 500k orbit. Damn, I didn't realize that would be a problem. I didn't even think about it previously, actually. Oh. I don't like that not having much fuel. 12-second burn. I think I'm just gonna have to deal with it. I mean, that's probably 4 minutes, maybe 3.5 minutes worth of solid burn time. As soon as I hit the sun, though, I mean, I'm at full power and able to keep pumping out data, but we're not exactly in the sun very long. Maybe I did something during that maneuver that burned up all that power. Because when I came to this vessel, it was on the dark side and had full power. Well, while I can see, let me just quick save. Stabilize with RCS towards prograde. Alright, turn RCS off, you dick. Oh, that kind of locks the... let me just rotate a little bit more so that the panels are out of the way of the hatches. In that case, I'll just have to stabilize. Oh, I don't want it like that. I don't want to be able to see anything. I'm taking forever doing this, aren't I? It's the only way to unlock the hatches. Alright, let's get this open. Let's quick save before something happens badly. And let's get Roy out for a walkapoo. Let's also what's the button for GRT B boards? Which is the one I wanted. Back to EVA, bitch. I'm done with you. V? What the hell did V do? C, no. P. Space is like Ghost, so that's not it. Oh, there we go. Okay. We got it. Let's get down here and reset these experiments. Woohoo. Oh, shift is up, right. Okay, we got plenty of propellant left. Just float on up here. Those don't need resetting. I think that's all I needed to reset actually. These don't work right. Okay. Let's get back on board. Sweet. Yeah, all good. Save it. Back to Space Center, and while I'm at it, oh, excuse me. I got a pisk. So let's
Okie doke. Be back soon. Oh no. Welcome back.
thank you, sir.
So are you still in the mood to do Portal 2
Yeah.
co-player?
I was just about to mention that.
Alright. Revert flight. Space hangar. Go up. Really quit? Yes, please.
And while I'm at it, I'll keep streaming. I'm gonna stop this stream here because it's the end of Kerbal Space, and that's how Twitch and YouTube does this. Is like, if I don't stop here, then the switch over will have Kerbal Space on it still, and I don't want that.